So XeNFTs come out tomorrow. What's the best strategy? What am I doing? We're going to talk about all of that in this one. I guess I should preface this. I have never been more excited about any crypto since More Token. Like, MoreToken.com is my favorite crypto. It's in the description. And before that, it was Hex. So this right here has the recipe to be... I don't talk about many cryptos, guys. Let's just say that. I don't talk about many cryptos. Something is brewing in my brain if I'm just talking about a crypto, like nonstop. This is the one. That's how I feel about Xen. Let's try and break down what Xen is a little bit. Xen is a coin that you mint for free. And you select a period of time that you want to wait for the Xen. The longer you wait and the more people that come in mine after you, the more Xen you make. The problem with that is it's crazy, crazy, crazy inflationary. So if we look at mint right here, the global rank right now is 6.76 million wallets. Every time someone comes in and mints, it gives everyone else that's been minting and still in their period of their term, in their waiting period, more Xen. So it's kind of like a free Ponzi scheme. Yeah, something like that. Without any affiliate program, without any referrals, I'm incentivized to get this number going up while I'm minting. It's at 6.7 now. So when I come in here and I claim, so if I do it for 10 days, it's gonna be $3. If I do it for 400 days, it's gonna be $3. If I do it for 5 days, it's gonna be $3. No matter how long I choose, I'm gonna pay the same gas fee. If I did one day, about $3. If I really wanted to, I could bring my gas down and try and get a better gas price, but you know, it's a little bit more advanced. So I would claim and I would come back tomorrow and get my Xen. Now I'm not gonna get that much. We can go to the calculator and find out. So if I did for one day, and let's say, well, we can actually go look. I can go to Xen Turbo and see the ranking growth of yesterday was 84,000. It's about 50 to 100,000. 100,000, it means gas was really low. And I'll put new users, let's put 70,000. The amplifier, this goes down every day. So right now the amp is 2919. So this goes down, it's 33,000, it goes down by 1 every day. The EAA, this is the early adoption amplifier. This goes down by 0.1 every 100,000. The global rank goes up. APY for staking, this goes down every 90 days. The first 90 days will be up in about 8 days. So you got 8 more days to get this 20%. So that will get me 53,000 Xen. 53,000 Xen, it's not gonna cut it. So yeah, you would get about 50,000, but you would lose $5 in value. It's up to you. There's actually a lot of people that do one day. Over 5% of accounts are doing one day. The highest percentage is doing 30 days. And if we look right here, we can see the minimum you need to do is right now is 18 days. This is going to fluctuate with the gas. So now gas is at 16. So if I want to make 32 cents off of my gas, I got to do it for at least 17 days. The most right now you can do is 440. You can see it right here. Average ranking growth, it just goes off for tomorrow. And gas, let's bring this down. I'm gonna say no less than 14 right now. This is always changing. That means off this $5, I have the potential to earn 167. Now it's highly inflationary, so the price is going down. So I wouldn't expect this by the time I get this 440, but it could be higher. But I would rather go into this with lower expectations. I would say I'll probably at least get at least 10. I mean, at worst, the worst it's gonna go to is like 10. This is 5. And every mint that I've ever done has been profitable because I don't go below this. In fact, I try and keep it going longer and longer and longer each time I do it. Worst case scenario for me is I make double my money. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at Xen. But you can see it's really, really inflationary. And I'm gonna talk about why I think this is gonna take. The supply overall is about to dump. 2.5 trillion Xen right now. And it's increasing by about 100,000, give or take, 87 today. And this number goes up. So it's highly, highly inflationary right now. But tomorrow, all of that changes. Numbers are being thrown around about how much Xen is going to be burned and what they would be happy to see burned. And the biggest FUD about Xen is, why would you buy it? It's so inflationary. It's just going to keep inflating into oblivion. There's going to be 500 trillion Xen in circulation, you know, in a matter of 8 years. This is going to be up to 545 trillion. Only 7% mine. Why would you be doing this? But you got to understand how crypto started, how Bitcoin started. And I don't want to be that guy to say, oh, this is the next. I don't want to be that guy, man. Trust me, I don't want to be that guy. I think this has, I'm not even going to get into it, bro. I think a lot of the coins are going to get burned. Here's why. These are the Xen NFT categories and classes. The first category is the Apex. It's 5 different types of Apexes. And here are the conditions. Total supply of issued Apex Xen Torrent or Xen NFTs is less or equal to 10,000. So there's only 10,000 Apex NFTs. The count of VMUs in the bulk Xen mint is 100 or more. Oh, I ain't even talking about that part yet. Bro, so you know how I was talking about, I'm not sure if I made this clear or not, but when you're minting, when I claim, I can't do any more claims. I can't come back tomorrow and click the button again and start another claim. Like Hex, I can't do it like that. I have to do one on one wallet, right? So what I would need to do if I want to do more than one, I would need to make a ton of wallets. So this one right here, I have 111. Thanks to Xen Turbo, that's easy to keep up with. You know, I just add the addresses here and now it'll tell me when they're due. I can just copy it, take it up here, put it in this search box, and I can find it, you know, when it's time to claim it. I don't have to go digging through my accounts. So what Xen NFTs is gonna allow us to do is make multiple wallets inside of a wallet, and then you can just keep making them on that wallet. Put it like this, once NFTs come out tomorrow, I won't ever need to make more than one of these. So a VMU is basically looked at as a wallet. To make an Apex NFT, I have to make at least 100 wallets or more. That means if I go to the Mint calculator, if I wanted to do 100 wallets, that would be about $500. See, it makes 98 right now. So let's do 505. I'm going to spend at least $515 to make one Apex NFT because I have to make 100 wallets. And you already know, if you've been watching me, user is in possession and is willing to burn Xen tokens for the privilege to mint one of the Apex NFTs. How much Xen, you ask? More than the whole supply currently. More than the whole supply currently. So to make one Zunicorn, you have to burn 10 billion Xen. 10 billion Xen right now is like 50,000. And it's only 100 of those. Then the next one is 5 billion. There's 900 of these, 2.5, 2,000 of these, 1 billion, 3,000 of these, 0.5, 4,000 of these. So if you add up all of this, it's 15 trillion. The current supply of Xen is only 2.6. Anybody out there? No, it's getting there. It's not as quiet as it was, but it took you guys a long time to get here. Come on in. And what's great about Xen is you can't be late. So check it out. Remember how I was saying 440? When this gets to 6.8 million, this will go up to 1. And that will mean that the person who's able to get the 441 is automatically going to make more Xen than the person that did 440 because they're in for an extra day. So the later you are, the longer you can do it. You're getting a better deal. But this guy in front of you is happy. He's still going to make a good chunk. He's going to make something off of that. But anyway, I don't expect the whole supply to get burned in the first day, but I do think that this is going to, I think it's going to make a dent in the daily new supply. I mean, that's 10 Zunicorns, but I mean, it don't even have to be the Zunicorns. It can just be, you know, it could be just a bunch of rares and epics being minted. The next category is the limited. It's only one class and it's limited by time. Time of limited Xen NFT issuance is 365 days since the moment of Xen Torrent smart contract deployment. Count of VMUs in the bulk mint is 100 or more. So you have to do 100. You can't do, user is in possession and is willing to burn Xen tokens for the privilege to mint one of the limited Xen NFTs. Amount of Xen to burn minimum is 10 million. So the people that might not be in reach of this can do this. Collector is the last tier. There's 8 classes. The qualifying parameter for the collector's NFT's power is computed as power equals VMU times term. The more VMUs you do for the longer, the better the ranking of the collector. So if you do a VMU right now for the max, which is 128 times 440, you're gonna get the best. But if you do one wallet for 1 day, you're gonna be a Ruby. Now, another thing that I haven't even mentioned yet is the fact that when I do this mint, it's mine. I can't do anything. I have to sit here and wait. I can't get it early. I can't do anything. I gotta sit and wait for it. There's nothing I can do. But with NFTs, what happens is it's now an NFT. I can go to OpenSea and sell my mint, my future mint, for maybe a little bit less than it's going to be worth in the future, for a little bit more than I paid for it. So the buyer and seller can meet in the middle. Someone who has a little bit more patience will buy this NFT off of them and wait for the Xen. And the person who is a little bit impatient can just basically go out and make these things and sell them to the people who want to sit and wait for the mints to come out. Yeah, your mint becomes transferable now. You're not as worried about doing it for the max. You know that you can get it earlier. So there's no reason for me not to do a 440 unless I just can't afford to. A 440 is the same price as a 1 day. Being that I can turn around in 2 weeks or so, yeah, I'm gonna have to give it a few days or a few weeks or maybe a few months for it to get some age on it. And then the value will start to show once the age gets on it. But I won't have to wait the whole 440. I can turn around and maybe make a little bit of profit quicker. There's really no reason not to do at least one of these. Now, it doesn't require a burn, but everyone that's already in is gonna be rewarded with this. Rewarded by everyone who's like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that and wait a few days and then sell it. You know, because there are going to be people that are buying these. I mean, I'm going to be buying. It's obvious. It's going to be 2 people. It's 2 teams. Both parties think the other person is stupid. Oh man, you're stupid. You think you're going to what? You think in 440 days this Xen is going to be worth more than it's worth now? And they're like, yeah. I'm going to mint this shit and sell it. These idiots are buying it. Up, having a little bump. There's only 76 billion Xen in liquidity. Like if we go to Dex Guru. If you're liking this video, hit the subscribe button. I do this pretty much every day, bro. It's every day, bro. You would think a coin that's given out for free, the liquidity would just stay down and it just would not fill up. But no, it has actually just grown ever since the first day of Xen. The liquidity has only trended up. There's a scare the other day before Xen NFTs, but it's right back in this uptrend. So it's really a really interesting protocol. Let's look at the chart. Every mint that I've done since the beginning is profitable. It doesn't, if you ignore the chart is irrelevant for Xen. Look at this. I ain't never seen anything like this. Look at the RSI. Now, what's interesting about this RSI is, let's go to I think it's the 4 hour. I think we're doing something like this, man. I think once we finally break out, it's gonna have one of these moves just on a larger scale because it's doing that same thing. So I'm not saying buy Xen before I start buying more Xen. What I want to see, these numbers start nosediving. If these numbers start nosediving, I think a lot of people will start to FOMO and realize that it's 15 trillion. If all the NFTs get minted, which NFTs are minted out every single day, bro. Every single day, NFTs sell out, mint out, 10,000. It happens. And it can't happen because there aren't enough tokens. So it's kind of like, man, I think everyone is doing what I'm doing and they're waiting. This tells me that we had a sell-off for the people who are just jumping in trading, right? Taking profit, who are like, okay, yeah, buy the rumor, sell the news. But what I think is we're about to enter this period where we kind of chop and and we're waiting to see, because this is the 30th right here. We're waiting to see how XeNFTs do. Is there going to be a lot of tokens burned, or are there going to be a few tokens burned? If there are it's just a slow burn starting out, like not that many, I think it'll roll over. But if it's like a explosion, we'll go for another jog. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. I'm doing we'll call it a podcast, a space with Jack Levin at 6:30 p.m. tonight, if you're watching this in real time. And follow me on Twitter, TrevonJames.e. Have fun.